After 60, you can't afford to eat like you did in your 30s. The wrong foods attack you. The right foods protect you. Pumpkin seeds fall into the protective category, and almost nobody realizes it. People scoop them out of pumpkins and dump them straight into the trash. In that moment, they're throwing away one of the strongest foods for heart health, sleep, blood sugar, and bone strength in older adults. Here's the uncomfortable part. The things we discard are often the things an aging body needs the most. For years, I've been helping adults stay strong, sharp, and independent as they age. And today, I want to show you what happens to your body when you make pumpkin seeds a daily habit, especially after 60, and why researchers are now paying attention to these tiny seeds in ways they didn't before. And the most surprising part? The benefits begin fast, often within weeks. According to the Journal of Nutrition, just a small handful can create measurable changes in cholesterol, blood sugar, and even bone density in a matter of weeks. But here's the part most people don't realize. The way you prepare them matters more than you think. And one common mistake can wipe out half the benefits. Get this wrong, and you lose the very benefits you're trying to gain. So stay with me, because once you understand how pumpkin seeds work inside the body, it becomes obvious why they can make such a difference later in life. Let's start with the heart, because that's where pumpkin seeds shine the brightest. Cholesterol isn't the enemy, but after 50, the way cholesterol behaves inside the body changes dramatically. And here's the scary part most people don't notice until something goes wrong. Too much of the wrong kind, specifically LDL, sticks to artery walls. Silent damage begins long before symptoms appear. Over time, that buildup hardens, narrows blood vessels, and increases the risk of heart attack or stroke. Heart attacks rarely send a warning text. Pumpkin seeds are loaded with vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that prevents LDL from oxidizing. Think of oxidation like rust forming on metal. When LDL oxidizes, it becomes sticky and dangerous. Vitamin E acts as a protective coating, stopping that process before it starts. But that's not the only mechanism. Pumpkin seeds contain phytoestrogens, plant compounds that help pull LDL out of the bloodstream. Studies suggest these compounds can reduce LDL levels by as much as 25% when consumed consistently. And because they're rich in fiber and magnesium, they support digestion and prevent the sluggish bowels that often accompany high cholesterol diets. So if your LDL is creeping up, or if heart disease runs in your family, adding a small handful of pumpkin seeds to your day might be one of the simplest ways to protect your arteries without adding another pill. And that's just the first system they influence. Now let's talk about sleep, because after 50, nearly everyone notices it's not what it used to be. You fall asleep, then wake up at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling. Or you sleep, but it's shallow and unrefreshing. Your mood, memory, and energy suffer. Your brain needs two key neurotransmitters for quality sleep: melatonin and serotonin. Pumpkin seeds provide the raw materials for both. First, they're packed with zinc. Just one serving gives you over 100% of your daily needs. Zinc is essential for melatonin production. Without enough of it, your internal clock becomes chaotic and sleep fragments. Second, pumpkin seeds contain tryptophan, an amino acid that converts to serotonin, then to melatonin once the sun goes down. So instead of relying on supplements, pumpkin seeds give your brain what it needs to produce its own sleep hormones naturally. Eat a small handful 1 to 2 hours before bed for best effect. If you're still watching, it means you care about your health, and that's a good sign. Most people never take the time to learn what their body really needs after 60. Now let's talk about weight, because this is where many people get stuck. You eat less, you move more, but the scale doesn't move. Or worse, it creeps up. Here's the truth most diets ignore. Losing weight after 50 isn't just about calories. It's about hormones, insulin sensitivity, and appetite regulation. Pumpkin seeds help on all three fronts. They contain more protein gram for gram than flax or sesame seeds. Protein stabilizes blood sugar and keeps you full longer. They're also rich in fiber, which slows digestion and controls appetite throughout the day. But here's what most people miss. Pumpkin seeds contain monounsaturated fats, the same fats in olive oil and avocados. These fats help your body break down stored fat into usable energy. They don't just sit there like saturated fats, they get used. On top of that, omega-3 fatty acids and magnesium support insulin sensitivity, a massive roadblock in weight loss after 50. So no, pumpkin seeds won't burn fat by themselves, but they make fat loss easier by calming hunger and stabilizing energy. Still here? That tells me you're serious. So let's move to something even more critical: cardiovascular safety. One of the biggest silent threats to the heart isn't cholesterol, it's blood clots. Blood clots can form inside arteries, block blood flow, and trigger a heart attack or stroke within minutes. And you never feel them forming until it's too late. Clots form through platelet aggregation. Platelets clump together when they shouldn't. Pumpkin seeds contain phytosterols, plant molecules that reduce platelet aggregation. A study in nutrition research found daily pumpkin seed intake reduced heart disease risk by up to 35%. Animal studies on pumpkin seed oil show reductions in blood pressure and prevention of vessel damage, the kind that sets the stage for clot formation. If heart health matters to you, especially with high blood pressure or family history, pumpkin seeds are one of the easiest daily supports. And that brings us to blood sugar, because the two are deeply connected. Blood sugar affects far more people than diabetes statistics reveal. Even without diagnosis, swings cause fatigue, irritability, shakiness, and intense hunger. Pumpkin seeds help on two levels: mineral balance and insulin sensitivity. Magnesium helps cells respond to insulin without it. Sugar stays in your bloodstream. Potassium regulates metabolism and fluid balance. Pumpkin seeds also supply oleic, linoleic, and alpha-linolenic acids, reducing how much insulin the pancreas must produce. An overworked pancreas eventually fails, leading to diabetes. Research suggests regular pumpkin seed intake may ease diabetic symptoms like fatigue, frequent urination, and slow wound healing. However, if you're taking blood sugar medication, be careful. Pumpkin seeds lower sugar combined with medication, levels might drop too fast. Talk to a health professional first. For everyone else, it's one of the cleanest ways to stop blood sugar from spiking and crashing all day. Now, let's talk about bladder and prostate health issues many suffer in silence. For men, benign prostatic hyperplasia (BPH) becomes common after 50. The prostate enlarges, pressing on the bladder and urethra, making urination difficult. Pumpkin seeds contain beta-sitosterol, a plant sterol shown to reduce BPH symptoms. Men consuming pumpkin seeds regularly reported fewer nighttime bathroom trips and better bladder control. Zinc also plays a crucial role in prostate health. Low zinc correlates with inflammation and enlargement. Women benefit too. Pumpkin seed oil contains cinnamic acid, which inhibits bacterial growth, supporting urinary tract health. Research suggests pumpkin seeds may also reduce kidney stone formation by decreasing stone-forming minerals. Now bones, after 50, bone density becomes a silent threat. Bones don't complain, they fail. With age, rebuilding slows, while breakdown keeps going. Calcium alone won't fix that. Without magnesium, calcium sits idle. Pumpkin seeds are one of the richest natural sources of magnesium. Magnesium activates vitamin D, builds new bone, reduces inflammation, relaxes muscles, and improves balance, the real defense against fractures. If osteoporosis runs in your family, skipping magnesium isn't harmless. Pumpkin seeds are a simple, whole food way to push back. Next, menopause. Symptoms hit differently for everyone, but hot flashes, night sweats, insomnia, anxiety, and dry skin are the usual suspects. Pumpkin seeds contain lignans, phytoestrogens that mimic estrogen gently without the risk of synthetic hormone therapy. Clinical data shows lignin-rich foods can reduce hot flashes, stabilize mood, and improve day-to-day quality of life. Magnesium eases anxiety and sleep disruption. Zinc supports skin repair and mineral absorption. Vitamin E and carotenoids counter oxidative stress, which accelerates sharply during menopause. Pumpkin seeds won't erase menopause, but they dull the edges and make the transition less punishing. Now, cancer. The diagnosis nobody wants to hear. Cancer develops slowly as cells mutate over years. Pumpkin seeds contain compounds linked to reduced cancer risk, especially colon, breast, prostate, and ovarian cancers. Cucurbitacins slow colon cancer cell growth. Zinc strengthens immune surveillance against abnormal cells. Vitamin E prevents free radical DNA damage, a key mutation driver. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found women consuming lignin-rich foods had lower breast cancer risk post-menopause. Lignins block estrogen receptors on cancer cells, starving them of fuel. Pumpkin seeds don't cure cancer, but they stack protective advantages over time. And prevention is built from daily choices, not miracle foods. Now, how to eat them. Raw or roasted, both work. Roasting enhances flavor and may improve nutrient absorption. Roast at moderate temperatures, 300 to 325 Fahrenheit, to avoid damaging oils. Olive oil and sea salt are fine. Avoid sugary glazes. You want the seed, not the candy. The biggest mistake? Eating too many. Pumpkin seeds are nutrient dense. A full cup can cause bloating, discomfort, and sluggishness due to high fiber. Ideal serving, 1 ounce. A small handful, roughly a quarter cup. Eat them plain, add to salads, blend into smoothies, or sprinkle on oatmeal or yogurt. Consistency matters more than creativity. If you're on blood thinners, blood pressure medication, or diabetes medication, talk to a health professional. Pumpkin seeds influence all 3 pathways. For most people, pumpkin seeds are one of the easiest and most affordable superfoods you can add to your life. No prescription, no harsh side effects, just real food doing what real food is meant to do. Here's my challenge. Add a small handful daily for 30 days. Pay attention to your sleep, energy, digestion, and mood. If you notice a difference, keep going. If this helped you see pumpkin seeds differently, hit that like button and subscribe to Purely Health so you don't miss future videos. We're here to help you stay strong, sharp, and independent as you age one simple habit at a time.